How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly. I'm Will, and today we're getting played with a little bit more magic. Magic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtle Team Up. Played this before. Don't know Magic very well. Don't think I did very well. Didn't win, didn't get through all three bosses, and it took way longer than it probably should have. So I figured, let me go ahead and give this another shot. I got a bunch of paints. Oh, the paints are over there. Bunch of paints over there. I'm painting minis. Turtle power, Steve says. So I figured I would give this another shot because my first playthrough wasn't very impressive, and I think it was just not being familiar with the game. Still not really familiar with the game. So we're gonna just see how this works. This is a lunchtime stream. Let's see if I can actually win in an hour. I don't. That one, yeah, that one. That's the camera we want. So here we are set up for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Magic the Gathering Team Up. We have our boss deck here. This time I did shuffle it. Last time I did more of a thematic thing. Don't know if that was good or bad, but we do have our boss deck here. First round, we got 20 hit points to get through 1. Then we have 20 hit points to get through 2, and then 20 hit points to get through 3. So basically 60 hit points total. We also are supposed to have 20 hit points. I should probably get that. The game did come with like a little hit point tracker. I'm not really a fan of it, so we're not using it. We're gonna use our extra life dice. That's what we're gonna use. I also, dang it, I also need +1 counters. I don't have +1 counters. I mean, I do, the junk ones that came with the game. We're gonna use dice because dice are fun. All right. So we're set up there. We do have our event deck here all shuffled up, ready to go. And then we have our 2 turtles. So this time we're playing with Donatello and Raphael. Donatello is the water islands, blue. And Raphael is the mountains, red deck. Yeah, that's what we're going to go with. All right, so I guess we're going to go ahead and get started, see if we can do this again. All right, so first we're going to go ahead and play us an island. We're going on an island vacation. Surveillance cam, flash. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, you may tap or untap a target creature. For 4, I can sacrifice this artifact to draw 2 cards. So unfortunately, enter is not going to be helpful for me right now. What is flash? Or is that what flash is? So I did find this on BGG. I need to pick this up. Him is a big TMNT fan. Yeah, I did. I want to like it, but like my experience with Magic is so bad. I don't know if there's a way to overcome that. Maybe played at any time instant can be played. Okay, so Flash can be played in it. So I did find this on BGG. This guy made a little, I think it was, yeah, casual play reminder sheet. So yeah, so I did grab that off of BGG. So if anybody wants it, that's where it is. Yeah, I guess that's all Donatello can do, because I have nobody that I want to untap. Raphael, we will put a mountain into play. Got a couple more mountains. Do we have anybody we can bring out? No. That is it for us. It for both of us. I forgot to see what Karai does. She's the Shadow Warrior. Whenever a creature the hero controls dies, the heroes also lose 1 health. Okay, so as she kills our people, she does damage to us. All right, so we are drawing 2 cards. Event, Villain Infiltration. As a team, the heroes choose a creature with the greatest power and destroy it. Well, guess what? There are no creatures out. That was a good card to get. Event, Rocksteady's Beatdown. Destroy all creatures with flying. Well, that doesn't happen either because we don't have any. So, good first turn. All right, so we're going to draw for Donnie. Draw for Raphael. Definitely not a turtle. Definitely not a turtle. All right, so now we got 2. Can we do anything? No, we need 3 for Mind Transfer Protocol. We need 3 for Donatello. We need 3 for the Containment Protocol. And all these are enchantments. Like, this is my only creature in my hand with Donatello. All right, back to Raph. We will do that. And, hey, we can actually put out a creature. Let me see if that's a creature I want to put out, though. That's probably the only one I can do. I got an artifact. When this artifact enters or leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless robot creature token. Sacrifice for, wow, for 5. Deals 3 damage. Oh, but it does 3 damage to target creature. which means I can get rid of those stupid does not block guys. Let's see here. Wingnut. Alliance. Whenever another creature you control enters, Wingnut gains your choice of flying, menace, or haste until the end of the turn. Whenever Wingnut attacks, each other attacking creature gets +1/+0 until the end of the turn. Okay, so people team up with Wingnut. How do I remember that he's got flying, menace, or haste? That's gonna be the question, right? How do I remember what I gave him? Manhole Missile instant. Deals 3 damage to target creature. You may put a card from your hand on the bottom of your library. If you do, draw a card. Okay, so this is only to a creature. This isn't... I don't think I can use that against the boss, because they're not a creature. Put a card from your hand on the bottom and then get to draw a card. Okay, that'd be fine next play. Alright. We can't do anything with him. He is... he has sickness. Event, Shredder Challenge. Return 2 ninja cards at random from the boss graveyard to the battlefield. That doesn't happen. Somehow all of these are on the top. I don't think... all my events are at the top. I did shuffle, I promise. As a team, the heroes discard a total of 2 cards. All right, so we have to discard 2 cards. All right, I don't think I want to get rid of Casey and Raph. I kind of like this. Null group biological assets. Creature, mutant. During this turn, the creature has first strike. When this creature attacks, you may discard a card if you do draw a card. Then the Mauser Foundry, like I said, just gives me a robot to use. All right, hold on one second, guys. Audrey's vacuuming. There it is. Shut the door a little bit. Alright, so gotta discard 2 cards. When creature dies, look at the top card of your library. May reveal a land or legendary. Put them into play. End of turn, target creature artifact becomes an artifact creature. Oh, till the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with a base of 4/5. Draw a card. Flying. Maybe the untap. Currently, I'm not tapping anything. When an aura enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller phase. Let's go ahead and discard that. Let's go double check back over here again. So I like this one because I can just do 3 damage by getting rid of it, and it brings in a robot. I hate to get rid of Mikey or Casey and Raph because, like, these are your good cards. All right, so we'll get rid of that. That's fine. We'll get rid of that one. That's, I think, what we're going to do. All right. That was the second card, right? Yeah. All events. No baddies out for us yet. All right. Donnie gets a card. Raph gets a card. All right. So you're up to 3 lands. So we can do definitely not a turtle. What can we do? We can do almost everything. Donatello. Flying, which means that only flying can block him. Whenever an artifact you control enters, put 1/1. Yeah, so we kind of want Donnie out first because then all of our artifacts will activate on him. All right, and then over here, we want to enter. When a creature enters, we can get +1. We can get flying, menace, or haste. Haste does not have summoning sickness, so that really doesn't help me. I guess if I didn't... Yeah, the haste didn't help me, I guess, unless I played it on the same turn. If I got to play the creature on the same turn. Flying, I already know, and menace. may only be blocked by 2 creatures. Oh, well, there's nobody to block me right now anyway, so that is not that big of a deal. So, but whenever he attacks, another creature gets a +1. The problem is that creature doesn't exist. So I guess we will go ahead and do... We can do our enchantment. Raph's Bravado for 2. During your turn, attacking creatures get +1/+0. So he gets a +1. So that puts him at 2. 1, 2. Right. So, their turn. Event, Chrome Dome's Overload. Each hero sacrifices a tapped creature they control. Ah! Event. So I promise I shuffled this. Holy cow. I haven't gotten a single... I mean, I don't want the foot soldiers, because when they do damage, she does damage, but jeez. Oh, hang on. Whenever a creature I control dies, so that, I guess, is technically dying. So that puts us down to 19. 17, 16, 14, 18. Where in the world's a 19? This is why you need spin down dice. Event. Each hero returns X creatures they control to their hand, where X is the number of bosses. You gotta be kidding me. Alright. No bueno. Alright, so we are back here. We did get April. But I need to put... I have to get Donnie back out again. Alright. April, whenever a player casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, you create a Mutant Ninja token. But basically is a token that I can put a +1/+1 counter on it. For spending 1. Alright, so Mauser attack, instant, choose 1. Create a 1/1 colorless robot. Target creature gets +3/+0 and gains first strike until the end of turn. I guess we're doing our Mauser Foundry artifact for 2. Do 2. Got a little robot out there. We can sacrifice it at some point in time. Right now we can't. We don't have enough lands. All right. Event. Karai's Planning. The heroes lose 3 life, and the bosses gain 3 life. You gotta be kidding me. Holy... I almost want the freaking foot soldiers to come out at this point. 16. And they gain 3 life, but I don't think you can go over your max, right? I think... Well, no, maybe I think you can. So they're at 21 now. Jeez. Second card. Foot Enforcer. Here we go. Foot Soldier comes into play. This creature can't block, which none of them can, it seems. The creature can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Okay. I forgot about that. With blocking, you can block with more than 1 creature in some occasions. Alright. So. Hopefully we can get some more lands. There we go. There we go. Alright, so we're up to 4 and 4. Now, we can make Donnie better by playing an artifact. Ultron Scientist. We can't play him yet. He requires 5. So we can either do Definitely Not a Turtle. Reveal land or creature from your... you may reveal a land or legendary turtle card from among them. Oh, we look at the top 6 cards. I'm like, I have 1 card. How would I get that? Then put them in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library. Okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and do Definitely Not a Turtle. 3. And then for Raph, choose 1, create a token or get +3, or target creature gets 3/0 and gains first strike until end of turn. So that would only make him, that'd make him 4 and first strike, so he'd be able to take this guy out. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. So that's 2. Put that on him for now. I have the manhole. I could have actually technically just taken him out. I think that's fine. I think in the end it's going to do the same thing, right? Although no, if I take him out, I can't attack with him. He has sickness. I don't know how to designate that they have sickness. If I take him out with manhole cover, then I can just straight attack with the extra damage. Yeah, let's do that. We'll use our other 2 to play our manhole cover to actually take him out. And then we will attack with Donnie for 1. And we'll attack for our Mauser for 3. Right. Really doesn't matter about end of turn because they're about to go. Oh, I shouldn't untap these, right? Because just in case I have an instant I want to play. I don't, but I could, right? Foot Skirmisher, flying. This creature can't be blocked by anything. This creature can't block. Right? And then a Foot Disciple. This creature can't block. Alright, so we got 2 more Foot Soldiers coming in. Shadow. Notification did not work again. Missed 4 turns. So I realized that like notifications is weird, especially with live stream. So their notification system is designed to be a staggered notification, Shadow. So like they'll send it out to like some of the subscribers and then they'll send it out to more of the subscribers. And not to say a live stream, because they shouldn't do this for a live stream, but with regular videos, they will also stagger that notification out. So the best way for live streams is really to hit that remind me button. I've never had the remind me button not actually alert 30 minutes before the stream and then during the stream. Like that's the best way to be notified of a live stream. Steve from Co-op Guild probably has the exact same issue over on his channel because he mostly does live streams. All right, so we're going to untap. I got another land. That's good. All right, let's play our lands. All right. You no longer have red sickness. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have 5. We need 5 for this. Or I can put out Raph and Casey. This would immediately get rid of one of these guys, right? Although the Mauser can take out that Foot Ninja. So actually I could use this for this, right? And then this would take out this one, which will allow Definitely Not a Turtle and Donnie to attack. Yeah, I'm good with that. All right, we'll do our 5 here. To discard this, sacrifice this artifact. It does 3 damage to a target creature. So we will do that target creature. And then for Donnie, we need 5 to do this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right. So we will play our artifact over here. Artifact, affinity for artifacts. It costs 1 less to cast for each artifact you control. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Flying, creature can't be blocked except for by creatures with blocking. I guess we're making Definitely Not a Turtle is now flying, but because we did that, Donnie is now a 2. A 2/3? 2/3. Sorry, it's only 1. It's a 1/1. So 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. There we go. All right, so we are going to attack with Definitely Not a Turtle. Ooh. Do I get this too? Oh no, this is a creature artifact. This is a creature. I didn't realize that was a creature. Okay. So he's got res sickness or summoning sickness. He is flying. Okay, this is flying. That makes more sense. All right, so we're going to attack for 2, 1, 2. Then we're going to attack for 3, 1, 2, 3. You can't do anything. I don't want to do anything with you. All right. So now we go to the boss. Yeah. Creature, ninja. Event, Villain Mayhem. As a team, the heroes choose 3 creatures they control, destroy each other creature. So, we keep 3. I want to keep him to block this. Then again, actually, I don't have to. I could use him, because he's... Oh, he's flying. I need flying anyways. So actually, the Mauser wouldn't be able to do it. So we'll go ahead and get rid of the token. Guess it's either way, it netted the same result. All right. So then this one attacks, can only be blocked by flying. This one's going to block. 3/3 beats a 2/1 all day long. At least as far as I know how this game works. All right. So we are good to go here. We're good to go here. So I guess it's good I didn't put Raph and Casey into play. All right, so we did get another water over here. We're at 6 waters. All right. So we have Zog or Casey and Raph. Reach, trample. Reach can block flying creatures. That's good. Trample. When blocked, this creature deals any excess damage above what it needed to kill the blocker to the defending player. Ooh. All right, what's Casey and Raph do? When they enter, choose one or both. Each mode must target a different player. Target player exiles the top card of their library. Until that player's next end step, they may play that card without paying its mana cost. Ooh, so actually I could exile one of Donnie's cards, and then he could play it for free. Target player creates 2 treasure tokens. Now, what do the treasure tokens do? What do they do? Nope, that's food. 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 Robot. Treasure. Token, artifact, treasure. Sacrifice this token, add 1 mana. Okay, so it just counts as free mana. No, I don't think I like that. I kind of like the big boy. When Zog enters, target creatures can't block this turn. Okay, so I could prevent this one from blocking. Well, I can't block to begin with, so that actually doesn't help me. Mountain cycling 2. Discard this card, search your library for a mountain card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle. That's not good for me either. I think we'll go with Casey and Raph. They have summoning sickness. That took all 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we get to exile this card. And then they may play that card without paying its mana cost. So how does that work with a location? I guess it's just exiled now? Because you can't... I mean, it says I can play it without paying its mana cost. There is no mana cost for a land, so I'm going to assume I can just play it. Anyways. That's why I'm playing it. Word ambiguity. Alright, so we have April O'Neil. Whenever you cast an artifact or an instant, so here's our instant. We also have the enchantment. Enchant creature, when this art enters, tap enchanted creature. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. Oh, I can make this tapped. Oh, so I can add this so then they don't attack. I'm not really worried about that little guy. Land rule still applies for the exile. Okay, thanks, Shadow. So yeah, okay, now I know what that does. That is for his. I put this against his creatures so they don't untap. Okay. So I think we would just go ahead and do April. She comes in with Summoning Sickness. And that is 4. I don't like the tapping of the lands. It's just it's a weird thing for me. I probably should use tokens or dice or something. Yeah. So this is where we are. So I need to be able to block him with flying, which this can. This is just going to keep taking those things out. That's great. So we're just going to attack with both of these. So we attack for 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So down to 7. Did I lose a creature a few minutes ago? How many creatures have I lost? I've lost 1. No, that was a discard out of my hand. So I've lost 1. Oh, and I did. Oh, I did lose the robot, right? So that's considered defeated. I forgot to do her ability. Is what I'm trying to think. I was like, I remember losing another creature somewhere. So we're at 15. All right. Their turn. Foot Disciple. And a Foot Skirmisher. All right. So now this one's going to attack. I'm going to block with this. That beats it. All right. And these guys come in for next round. We are resetting. Draw a card. Both lands. Land and land. I have way too many lands over here with Donnie. I think Donnie's good on lands. Donnie needs no more lands. Although I guess now it means I can do multiple cards a turn. Oh, actually, how many did I use? I used 4 to bring her in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means I had 3 left. I should have done Mind Transfer Protocol on that previous turn with my other 3. It was instant. Until the end of turn, target artifact or creature becomes an artifact creature with a base power of 4, 5, right? So I should have done that on... It really wouldn't have mattered, right? Should have done it on here. So that actually would have been 4 damage. No, we do it on... Should have done it on Donnie. So that would have made Donnie 4, 5. So it would have made him +1. So 5, 5 instead of 2. So that'd be 3 more damage. 1, 2, 3. And because I did that, whenever you cast an artifact or an instant, then we get to put in mutagen. There we go. Holy cow. I would have gotten to put the mutagen in play. Yeah, so I should have played that. I didn't do that last turn. That's fine. All right, so then now my draw is the Cryptid. All right, so we will go ahead and play our Cryptid. He comes in. When he enters, create a mutagen token. So he cost us 3. Yeah, so he's 3. We will get rid of 1 token, get rid of another token, to give us +1/+1 on Donnie. So that will be 3 now. All right. We still have 3 left. I could do the containment protocol. Do I need to? So he takes out him because he's flying. I need somebody to block this that isn't going to die. Which actually would be Donnie, because Donnie can do 4 damage, which will take him out, and he's got 5 defense. So we'll have, or actually we could have Casey and Raph do it too. Yeah, I just need something that's better than him. Yeah, so this would do 4 damage. Both do 4 damage. I was trying to think which one should go after the boss. So, all right. And then we'll go ahead and play this. This comes in. I probably need to get rid of Donnie and Mikey, or Donnie and Raph off to the sides. Just so that way I can make some more room here. I'm kind of zoomed in, I think, a little bit too far. Is probably the problem. Let's see here. How far would this be? I think this might be too far out. Yeah, it's a little bit too far out. Oh, well. Sorry, guys. Land rules still applies for the exile. The guy with trample. Yeah, him. He's coming out now. But he can yeah, you're right, he can defend. You're right, because I can have him defend even though he's not attacking. Ah, yeah, that works. All right, so reach, trample, Zog enters, target creature can't block this turn, which they don't block anyways. And then, like I said, I can go find a mountain, but there's no mountains to find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, put these over here now. There we go. There we go. That gives Raph some room. All right, so first we need to attack for 4. So we will attack with, I guess, Donnie. So that takes out the boss. So Karai is gone. We get 2 new friends. We get Rocksteady and who do we have? Rocksteady and Savanti. All right, so Savanti, whenever 1 or more ninjas the boss controls deal combat damage to the heroes, the boss plays a card. Ooh. To a creature or to the heroes. So to us. So this. Okay, not my creatures. Okay. And then Rocksteady, whenever the boss is attacked, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature named Foot Disciple. So the Foot Disciples are going to get stronger. That was a problem I ran into in my last playthrough because I was trying to go thematic. If you get both Rocksteady and Bebop, they're adding +2 counters every single turn. So that's not good. All right, so we did that. We're going to attack with not a turtle. 1, 2, 3. We're going to... no, you block the flying guy. You're my flying blocker, which is good. That was one thing I did not have, was a good flying blocker in the other 2 decks. Right, we're going to attack with Miss O'Neill. She's going to go do a whole 2 damage. So we're at 15. Then we're going to attack with the Cryptid. Another 2. And we're going to attack with Casey. 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow! Yeah, if you can get your board state set up, like, the life is nothing. Because I talked about Dale the Casual Gamer played his in like 45 or 54 minutes, somewhere around there. And I'm like, how do they do that? But if you can keep your creatures out here, you're good to go. All right, so boss's turn. Event, shuffle this card and the graveyard. Yay. All right, that was the first 1 of 2. All right, and 2 of 2. Ninja Disciple. All right. So now the boss... Ooh, actually, hang on. That changed. I can still defeat it. It's just... he's going to defeat me. Which sucks. Because I'll have the same. So they get a +1/+1, right? And then the one that just comes in gets a +1/+1 as well. So... we'll do these 2. This one, I take him out. This one's good. And then he attacks. He's a 4/4. I'm a 5/4. So I do take him out, and then I do trample to do 1 more. So at least we're not taking damage now with the us losing our creatures. And I guess that's a plus to it. Do not give him a 3/3 will. So the longer these guys are out there, the worse it gets for me. And I assume this is no matter what. I assume this summoning sickness does not impact him adding that +1 counter. All right. Donnie's lands, Raph's lands. All right. Raph got that. Donnie got another land. Donnie can do everything all day long. Manhole missile. All right, well, I guess we will... oh, we can only do 3 damage. He's 4 now. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. Containment protocol. Basically, we keep him tapped, but then we can never defeat him. But it's the only card I have, so sure. So he basically stays permanently tapped. We'll just slide you off to the side. You can keep getting more powerful. You just stay permanently tapped. I guess. I don't need to worry about recounting all this because he's just permanently tapped. That was 3. Yeah. So, I don't need to worry about them attacking because they have nobody to attack. So, we go all out? All out? All out? All out? Yeah, sure. All right, so... Oh, hang on. What was that? That was a enchantment. Artifact, instant, or sorcery spell. That's an aura. So that is not a sorcery spell. Right? An aura is not a sorcery spell? My little keyword thing doesn't... Permanent sacrifice spell. Lands are not spells. All other cards are. Or is it... Aura is a sorcery spell if cast. So how do I know something... Shadow, how do I know something is a sorcery spell versus a spell? Because it says all cards are spells. Is there just like a list somewhere that they have? Yeah, because this actually says enchant creature. So to me, that's an enchantment, not a sorcery spell. The way I read it. Well, Shadow's saying it is. All cards are spells. They differ in speed. But why does this specifically say or sorcery spell? Right? It says. So I'm looking at April. April says whenever a player casts an artifact, instant, or sorcery spell, you create a mutagen token. Right? That would mean every time I play a card, I keep just creating these tokens over and over and over again with this one. That seems a little OP if all these are considered spells. Right? So I'll do it for that one, for the enchantment, and then I'll sacrifice it. That. And I'll just make... I guess we'll just keep powering up Donnie. He is now a 5/6. Right. So we'll have Donnie attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we need to do 3 damage, so we'll have not a turtle. So that is both of them gone. And here's the fun one. All spells, all cards, yeah, different spin. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right, so this is our final 3. We'll just go ahead and put those guys off to the side. All right, so we got Leatherhead. When this boss enters, the boss gains 5 life for each boss in play. Oh, so he was at 20. There are 3 bosses, so he's now at 35. Wow. I was like, why does this go up to 40, right? But it's because it can exceed their max health. Hyper's ability is specific for sorcery, instant, or artifact spells. Oh, so an aura is not sorcery. It's a spell, is what you're saying. Only works specifically the card says those. Okay, so then I did not get that mutagen. So I would be at a 3. I'd still be at a 3. Which means I was 1 short of doing that. So we'll just have April attack as well. I don't know if the damage carries over. I don't think it does. Again, this rulebook, if you go watch my first impressions, this rulebook really is very poor. Immediately move to the next boss stage. Stage is defeated, remove the boss, then reveal the 2 new balls. Defeated, repeat this process, reveal 3 boss cards instead. Yeah, it doesn't say if the damage carries over. So I'm going to say it doesn't, just because I don't know. Chrome Dome. Ninjas, the boss control, get +1/+0 for each boss in play. So now they're going to get +3 for him. You suck. Bebop. Whenever a boss attacks, put a +1/+1 on a foot disciple. Holy cow. So the ninjas already come in. This is a horrible, horrible combination to get him this late. I mean, I get it, it's to escalate, but like now, he would come in with a 6. So he'd be a 6-3 attack, right? And then on the attack, he would get a +1. So that'd be a 7-3. So while I would be able to take him out with most of my guys, because they're at least 3, he would be just blazing through me. All right. So now we got people again. So nothing's coming out that will attack me this turn. So I think I just need it. Since they go up to 35, I think I just need to blaze it. So 3, 4, 5, 9. So that puts them at 26. I do have my manhole cover down here, so we'll see how that comes out. Foot Disciple. So Foot Disciple comes in with a +1 due to this guy. Let me do separate. Oh no, +3 because of this. And then do they still do their... Now, here's a good question. Do they still do their attack step if there's nobody that can attack? Is that still part of the phase? Combat phase. Declare attackers. The active player decides which, if any, of their untapped creatures attack. This taps the creature. Creature in the battlefield this turn can't attack unless it has haste. So Chromedrome is Buzzkill +3 instantly. Yeah. So I don't know. He can't attack. So I don't know if Bebop fires off. Whenever the bosses attack, put a +1/+1 counter on each Foot Disciple. But he can't attack. He has nobody that can attack. So my assumption is no. That gets negated because this one can't attack right now. That's what I'm going to do. Whether that's right or wrong, don't know. Event, Leatherhead's Smackdown. As a team, the heroes choose a creature with the greatest power among creatures they control. Destroy it. The bosses lose life equal to the creature's power. Oh, okay. Well, that's not too bad. So, we have a 4, and it doesn't say base. We actually have a 4 and a 4. The difference is this keeps getting stronger. This keeps getting stronger. I hate to get rid of Casey and Raph because then there's nothing over here. But again, it's just a card. I'm gonna attack with one side or the other. And this doesn't do anything on my turns, so we'll go ahead and get rid of Casey and Raph to do 4 damage. So that puts us at 22. We're almost back to the regular. If Ty, you choose. Yeah. I just didn't know which one I wanted to do. This one, the reason is Donnie can keep getting stronger. That's really the only reason. If I play more artifacts, Donnie gets stronger, and Raph and Casey don't. So, another land. I'm probably at the point now in the game where I can stop tapping lands. On Donnie's side. All right. I think we have this. Maybe 4, 7, 10, 12, 14. Ugh, not quite. Not quite. We currently only have to block 1. Although on his turn, he's going to go to a 4. So he's going to be 7-3. Yeah, he's going to be 7-3. So I'll have to keep one guy as a... I could sacrifice April, because she's a 5. She'd be able to take him out. Yeah, she'd be able to take him out, but then she would go. Okay, so that's fine. We'll use April for the Foot Disciple. All right, so we have Ticked Off. Actually, I could use Ticked Off. I could use my Ticked Off. Target creature gains double strike until end of turn. And then I have my manhole cover too. So what is double strike. It deals both first strike and regular combat damage. Huh? Does damage for others. So I do the initial, and then I get to strike again. Which, if I put that on April, she would take that out. And I save my missile. Just in case something else comes out. Yeah, because then April gets to attack twice. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to put this on April. So she gets her double that there, so I remember to get rid of it. Alright. That's all I can do. Alright, so, event card. As a team, the heroes choose 3 creatures they control. Oh, hang on, I forgot to attack. Let's attack first. Let's attack first, Will. Alright, so Donnie is going to attack for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely not a turtle for 3. 1, 2, 3. This guy for 3. 1, 2, 3. My cryptid for 2. 1, 2. I think I did that right. All right, so we're at 10. April is not. All right. Now, unfortunately, this is going to make us lose some cards. So we have to keep 3. We're keeping April 1. We're keeping Donnie 2. We're keeping our flying 3. So we do lose our cryptid. And we lose Definitely Not a Turtle. Now, when Definitely Not a Turtle dies, look at the top 6 cards of my library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can take a legendary turtle or land. So, legendary creature. That is not a turtle. A legendary fish. Ah, that's bad. Did not get my turtle. There are, I think, two legendaries in each. Yeah, the disciples can't block. Yeah, all in this whole thing, they can't block. And that kind of makes more sense, right, Shadow? Because, like, you have to get through 60 hit points before they get through yours. But I did not get I got a mad scientist, but I did not get the turtle. I think it says Definitely Not a Turtle. You should be able to select something that's not a turtle. I think that would be more thematic. I mean, I get it. Let's put it on the bottom of my deck in random order. And there was no land either, because I think I have all my land out. All right, so Definitely Not a Turtle leaves. All right. That was the first card. Do not like that. Second card, Foot Disciple comes out. He gets a +3. All right. Then we attack, so this turns into a 4. We're going to use April to block. So she has first strike. She does 5, which is enough to take him out. Nope, that does not come to me. And then she gets to attack again. So she attacks again for 2 more. No, I did that wrong. Dang it. April's not strong enough. I needed to use somebody else. April wasn't strong enough. I need 3 damage to take it out. So let's switch this. I forget what this was on. I think it was 4. Then this would go to 4. Let's switch this. I should have put this on him. Because I need to be able to take him out. So April would have attacked, which did 2 instead of 3, so we actually will be at 11. Okay, it worked out. That's fine. So he's doing first attack. To here, takes him out. And then he does 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. This comes in. Untap. Untap our lands. Draw, draw. More lands. Manhole cover. So for 2. 1, 2. Manhole cover. Doesn't matter. He can't block anyways, but just to say we did it. And then we attack for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Beat him that time, didn't we? Beat him that time. There we go, guys. There we go. Yeah, that playthrough, or this playthrough, the playthrough I just did, this playthrough, was much smoother. Took 53 minutes because I had not to say I had a better understanding of the game. I mean, that's part of it. But also, I think the randomness of how things come out really impacts the game. Like, I got a lot of creatures out very early, and the boss did nothing at the beginning, right? The first several cards, I want to say the first 3 turns were all event cards. And I think the worst event was it made us discard a card, and it made me destroy, I think, 1 creature 1 time, which made us lose 1 hit point. We're still at 15 health. So yeah. Something else is I do notice is these decks are, I don't know Magic, but I'm guessing the red versus the blue versus the green versus the black, right, versus the white, all your different colors, I imagine play a certain way and have a certain strength or weakness. I don't know if anything in this deck heals. And I remember Mikey's deck, he had some healing cards, which I guess was probably white. Yeah, there's my other Donnie card. He's down near the bottom. But yeah, there's draw cards, draw cards, another one of the auras. Creature enters, tap the creature. Creature can't attack unless you control another creature. That's a robot. The aura again. It's more land. Donnie in April. Draw a card. Returns an artifact. Yeah, so this is just really like all the artifacts. Like, he's just got artifact after artifact, which is thematic, right? Donnie, he's got his things. Leo, Mikey wasn't green. I don't know. What color? Let's see here. Yeah, Leo was white. So so yeah, Leo, I guess, had the healing cards. And was Donnie green? Yeah, Donnie was green. Yeah, nobody was black. I'm showing the camera as if I was showing it up above, but yeah. So yeah, I guess they play different. I know white is healing, because I played on Arena, and the first deck they teach you is white, right? And then Wrath is just damage, which again, each of the decks I feel like is thematic to how each of the turtles play, right? And what they are, right? The white being the leader and healing and backing them up and providing power. Mikey being green, I don't remember what his cards did, to be honest. But then Wrath, almost all of his stuff is just damage. Yeah. Target enters play, it deals 4 damage to any target and 3 damage to you. Spicy oatmeal pizza. But then so there is a heal card here. We can sacrifice that to get 3 on that one. Manhole missile. I like these. I like the ones that allow you to attack these guys since none of them block. Monster mashup. Yeah, so that's what it is. I hate to say when you win, you're going to have more fun, but I did enjoy this playthrough a little bit more. If people would like to see me do any of the other 2 decks together, either do, Mikey with or Mikey with Donnie, or Raph with Leo, or vice versa, let me know down in the comments. I can play this again. I do think I will probably pick up the Marvel set that is $25. So it's not a set like this. It's a set that just has a bunch of starter decks, and then you combine those starter decks to make a full deck. It would be a 40 card deck, I think, not a 60 card deck. I don't know if that matters. I might have to throw in a second. The only problem is I don't think they made 3 of each color. So like, to keep it a single color deck, I would only be able to do that twice. And then what I'm planning to do is take the old co-op games, or the old solo co-ops, and reskin them with Marvel, right? So the one that was probably one of the original ones, and it's very thematic, is the Hydra. There's a Hydra solo co-op mode. So with that one, I would be able to just take the Hydra art from the other Magic cards that are now out, and then put them on those cards and just use the same abilities. And hey, we're playing against Hydra. So I think that'll work. If you guys want to see that, let me know in the comments as well. Brain team, Leo, Donnie, and Buddy team, Mikey, Raph. Yeah, Could do that as well. And that's something else that I could try is those same original, the old co-op solo modes. With those, I could, same thing, I could proxy those cards. There's no way you're buying them. You can't get those decks really anymore for anything, and I'm not going to spend a lot of money because this is not like a game that I love. Not to say it's a game that I dislike as much, but this mode I don't mind as much once I get over the hurdles of all the keywords and the timings and the different things you have to do, which is Magic in general. And again, I mentioned all that in my first impressions, that while this should have been a new beginner set, it wasn't. There is another, for anybody interested, there is another co-op set coming out with Hobbit. The Hobbit sets start to pre-release in August, and then the Battle of the Five Armies, that set is coming out later in the year. So I don't know how later in the year. I don't know if it's gonna be like October, November, but I may pick that up again as well, just to do some content. It already started. So the Hobbit sets are already going out. Yeah, it looks fun. Yeah, so I'll probably pick up the Battle of the Five Armies, do some content on that. So same thing. If you want to see that, like, subscribe. But again, this is not for anybody who found this as a Magic, this is not a Magic channel. I'm just playing Magic because I can play it by myself now. I don't have to play against the tryhards. Shadow doesn't seem like a tryhard. Shadow seems like he wants to help me out. You watching people play last Sunday. Yeah, I remember seeing the pre-release events were all happening and stuff. Because yeah, they're not doing, which is weird, with Hobbit, they're not doing any commander decks. So they're making this new package instead of the commander decks. So I always find that weird too, is when they release a set, why every set doesn't have the same product lineup, right? Like not every set has a commander deck, not every set has the build a pack starter set, which is what the Marvel has. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they don't. But there we go, guys. That is that. I'm going to go grab some lunch. Hope you guys have a good one. I haven't played Magic for a while. I just went back because of the Final Fantasy. Yeah, you said in the last stream about Final Fantasy. But yeah, that's another good example, right? With the Final Fantasy, I would love to play the Final Fantasy cards against the boss like this, right? But they didn't make a set like this for that. So it is what it is. I get it. Magic isn't designed for co-op, but I want these sets. If these sets can do well in the board game community, maybe it would do better. Cloud Commander and build a deck with Final Fantasy 17. Yeah. And that, yeah, the theme kind of is a wash here because I was putting out Mausers. Oh, I guess I could say Donnie reprogrammed the Mausers, and that's where the robot Mausers came from. Either way, guys, thanks, Shadow. I'm gonna go grab some lunch. I will be back tomorrow. I don't think I've scheduled that stream. I will schedule it at some point. Wednesday, we are going to do some more, I can't see the box here, but we're going to do some more Echobound Wednesday night. So if you want to see that playthrough, the campaign, go watch the previous two so you know where we are. And you can come out and watch that Wednesday and chat with me. Either way, guys, and until next time, peace.